Hi there. Remember we had questions on standard deviation, mean, variance, the skewness, the coefficient of variation. And so we are given numbers 11, 9, 8, 8, 5, 8, 10, 7, 9, 7, 6, 8. And so you can't find the SD minus getting the mean. We'll be using the mean to take away the squares. Okay. And so this is the formula for the standard deviation. These are the marks given. And so we don't have the mean, but we have the marks. And so to get the mean, symbol that, it will mean we have to add up all of these. Plus 5, plus 8, plus 10, plus 7, plus 9. Okay. Plus 7, plus 6, plus 8. Divide by, how many are these? These are 12. And so for the mean, with the symbol that, to mean we are adding up all these numbers and then dividing by how many they are. Okay. Remember the formula for the mean? The max, the sigma for the max, take away the number. Okay. So this is the total divided by the number. And so the total will give us 96. 96 divided by, there are only 12. So our mean will equal to 8. Okay. So we'll use our mean. We'll take away each and every one of these numbers. Take away mean after squaring. We'll therefore get the sigma. And so 11 take away mean, square. 9 take away mean, square. 8 take away mean, square. Another 8 take away mean, square. 5 take away mean, square. Okay. We have 8 take away mean, square. We have 10 take away mean, square. You have your 7 take away mean, square. You have your 9 take away mean, square. Each and every one of these numbers, you take away the mean. That's when you square. We want the sum of all these. 6 take away mean, squared. 8 take away mean, square. So these should be 12. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And so we'll have 11 take away 8. You have your 3, square. You have your 9. Means 3 times 3. 9 take away 8 is 1. 1 times 1. 8 take away 8, even if we were to square, we'd still get a naught. 5 take away 8, -3 square. There you have your 2 square, you have your 4, -1 square, 1. Square, square, 4, nil. The total sum of these gives us the sum of the x, or the mark take away mean square. Then we divide by how many they are. Remember we did these ones. And so the standard deviation sum of the mark take away mean square divided by how many they are. Remember the standard deviation for the ungrouped data this data is not grouped, and so our formula will have n below. Should our data be grouped, that's where now we have n take away 1. And so the total of that, the total of 9 plus 9, 18 plus 1, 19 plus 4, 23 plus 3, 26 plus 4, 30. We'll have 30 divided by, there are only 12 numbers here. And so we'll have, we want the square root of this. Don't forget. So 2.5 root. Okay. And so we'll have 1.58 as our standard deviation. This was the first question. Find the standard deviation. So having looked at the ungrouped data, the formula, we got the mean, which was 8, and then each of those marks, take away the mean, squared, the sum gave us 30, divided by how many they are, 20, 2.5, the square root of 2.5 is 1.58. So this was our first question as our mean. And so they're asking us now to get the coefficient of variance from the data given. We'll now say coefficient of variance is the standard deviation divided by the mean multiplied by 100. It's in percentage form. Okay. And so from the data given, if they want the coefficient of variance, okay, or the coefficient of variation, we'll now say from the data given we should have the ST, the one we found, the standard deviation divide by the mean. That's when we can multiply the whole lot of that by 100. So we got our standard deviation as 1.58. Remember, 1.58 divide by the mean. We got the mean as 8. That's when we can multiply by 100. Roughly, that should give you how much? 19.75. Okay, percent. That becomes the coefficient of variation. Standard deviation divided by the mean by 100. Okay. The third question, this was number 2. On the question 3, 2, huh? Okay. The last one now on question 3 is the skewness. So for the skewness, again, we are given the formula as mean take away mode divided by the standard deviation. Okay. So the skewness, this is number 3 now. The skewness is mean. We have 2 formulas. They are the same. Take away mode, divide everything by the ST, or the standard deviation. So from our question, the mean is 8. Take away. The measure with the highest frequency becomes our mode. 8, 8, you can even see 8, 8, 8, 8. So the number that appears the most becomes the mode. Divide by the standard deviation 1.58. Already we have a 0 Whether we divide by whichever number, will still have, the skewness will still be 0.